if you guys are keeping track, but things are getting tight in the picks contest.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, it took me 5 weeks to get above 500, but I'm back, baby. Patrick still wears the crown with Greg and Cynthia right behind, and then, I'm in last.
It's never been closer, but as Aaron Rodgers said, when people aren't performing, they're going to need to be benched at some point.
I need to get cut? You're cutting me from the spot?
I mean, according to Aaron Rodgers' MO here.
Aaron, take it back. Okay, a game I think we are all probably in agreement on. Bills, Packers. This is not a mistake. The words I'm about to say are correct. The Packers are a 10.5-point underdog. Okay, Aaron Rodgers is a 10.5-point underdog. I need to say that again. I don't think it's ever happened to him in his life. Ever. A double-digit underdog. Greg, surely he covers that number.
No,
surely.
I don't think he does. I think it's going to be more likely it's a big Bills victory. I have him 34-20 over the Packers. I don't think the Packers offense has enough answers to take care of things here. Matt Milano, I know he doesn't get talked about a lot, of the Buffalo Bills as a linebacker, is a running back stopper. Running back and tight ends. He gets out on the edge. He makes sure they don't get good big plays to the outside. He shuts them down in the passing game. Why that's so important this week, Aaron Jones is really the only offensive player that Aaron Rodgers trusts, that I trust. Alan Lazard is not playing in this game. If you shut down Aaron Jones, I think you shut down the Packers offense, and I think Matt Milano is shutting down Aaron Jones.
Cynthia, do you have a big win here?
I have a 10-point win here, which is pretty big. 29-19 is the final score per the model. When I'm looking at this, it's kind of feeding off of what you said. Aaron Jones, let's give him his just due. In 52.8% of his rushes, he exceeds expectations. That is a very fun number, meaning that a normal running back would run for X number of yards. Well, he runs for more than that on over half of plays, most in the NFL. But the Bills, they stop runs the best by a wide margin, partly because of Matt Milano.
More Milano.
More of a Boston College Matt Milano. You know, we like to get that in here. But realistically, it's all about that run defense and stopping Aaron Jones, because that's really all that we have seen. Aaron Rodgers, his yards per attempt and his time to throw both down this season considerably. I don't love this O-line, so it seems like and now Aaron Rodgers is going to throw for like 400 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I haven't seen that this year, though.
But honestly, you guys have a positive view of the game. You've got them more than their current output in terms of points per game, where they're in the 18 point per game range. And honestly, I was surprised to find out that this team has only committed 9 turnovers, considering how bad the offense has been throughout this season. It is Aaron Rodgers. He is taking care of the ball. Still, maybe take some risks, 12. Take a few more chances.
Get a little spicy.
Do something. I do think 10.5 points is far too much, but that's about it. I was trying to discuss with my wife, hey, what reason can I say that they'll do better than 10.5 points? And she's like, well, maybe the weather. So yeah, there's a low pressure system.
Talk about the weather.
Job, weather.
Talk about the weather.
Who knows? But yeah, 10.5 points is too much, but I just haven't seen enough to feel confident in the Packers in this game.
I'm going Bills across the board, obviously, and I have them by, I think, 11 points, 31-20. Listen, we were hearing them in this intro of Aaron Rodgers talking about his teammates. That's not a good vibe. We do a vibe check on this show often. Bills, great vibe. Packers, terrible vibes right now. He's talking about his offensive weapons. He's like, some of these guys shouldn't be playing. Like, as an offensive weapon, are you going to be stoked to hear that? Absolutely not. Maybe they need to play a little more Call of Duty. Maybe they need more Call of Duty in their lives. They need something other than Aaron Rodgers just talking trash all the time. Okay, is Giants-Seahawks a revenge game? Okay, hear me out. Remember, 5 years ago, I take you back. Eli Manning had started 210 consecutive games until the one and only Ben McAdoo called on Greg?
Gino!
He was a believer before Greg was. Didn't play poorly, but the Giants lost. Eli was back the next week. Real weird situation, okay? But like I said, could be a little bit of a revenge factor in here, or at least we're going to pretend there is. Cynthia, you haven't picked the Seahawks all season, people.
That's wild. I didn't actually even know that.
Hater. You're a true hater. They've won 4 times.
It's the model.
Does that change this week? Have you convinced the model otherwise?
It's got to do it.
Well, let me look. Nope. It doesn't change this week. I actually have the Giants winning this game. I have 24-22, so not an overwhelmingly convincing win, but I still think that the Giants edge them out. When I'm looking to see what Daniel Jones does with Saquon Barkley, it's really interesting because those two are both in the top 20 in rushing yards over expected because the opportunity for both of them on the field creates a mismatch against defenses. Obviously, the Seahawks have two great corners. They're young. They're really interesting. Tariq Woolen, Kobe Bryant, great names, fun to say. Let's throw it between the hashes. The middle of the field where Daniel Jones has been successful when he has gotten the ball out of his hands. So that all taken together means advantage Giants.
I heard that all, and I just heard hater. That's what I heard. Hater. Seahawks hater. Come after 12. No, what am I doing? I'm sorry.
Thank you for inciting that.
They won't. They recognize.
No, they're
look,
nice guys.
This is the sweet and innocent version of Cynthia. Maybe
Not the bully.
The alter ego.
things go wrong once Rachel gets to her. Because Cynthia, you mentioned Tariq Woolen and Kobe Bryant. Also, let's throw Boye Mafe into this as
another
well. This
beautiful
is
name.
a team that's starting a whole bunch of rookies, especially on defense. And we saw at the start of the season the results weren't so great. But take a look at what the Seahawks defense has done recently, especially considering they held the Chargers under 100 yards rushing. That was the first
I like
time.
making fun of them.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. People improve, they get better, and this defense has gotten better, and that's why I don't think the Giants are going to crest 21 points. I think Geno and company, who I believe in, are going to top that, and the streak is over. The Seahawks will eventually be picked by some model.
Okay, so the Seahawks have the best quarterback in this game. We can all agree.
Yeah, we can agree on that.
But they also might have the best running game in this game. Kenneth Walker is playing that well right now. I'm not saying he's better than Saquon Barkley, but he has a better matchup. I talked last week, how do you attack this blitz-heavy Giants defense? You run straight through those blitzes. The Jaguars did that well, but they didn't throw it well enough. Kenneth Walker can bust off big runs. He's second among running backs in the league at 6.1 yards per carry. You know what defense is the very worst in the NFL giving up yards per carry? It's the Giants. I know they've overcome it. They're not going to overcome it this week. And Rachel, you mentioned Ben McAdoo believed in Geno even before me. That's not true. I wrote a whole article about it. You can check it out.
Pull up the receipts.
Making the league.
Pull up the
2014. Greg Rosenthal. It's still up there.
I love that. Guys, I'm disappointed. I spent too much time with Cynthia this week. I was all on the Seahawks. She came on my podcast the other day, Bench with Banana, make sure you listen. And I was like, guys, Seahawks, Geno, defense is improving, da-da-da-da. And she just made some valid points. And unfortunately, pull up my score. Look what I did. Look what I did. I succumbed to the Cynthia pressure. I've got the Giants 27. No, it's done. It's
I
over.
like that. I like it when we're split.
It's 27-24. I will say, okay, there's lots of things to be scared of this weekend. It's Halloween weekend. I don't know what Greg's going to show up as, but I'm sure it's going to be weird and frightening. You know what's really scary? Saquon Barkley against that rushing defense. I know that they've improved, but they're still almost the worst rushing defense in the league in the Seahawks. So that is what I am going to be looking for. Oh, I look forward to this one every time it goes down. Niners-Rams. San Francisco has won 7 straight regular season games against the Rams. I don't know how they are doing it. They are slightly favored against LA in SoFi. BT Dubs. Cynthia, who do you like in this one?
Even though I don't like the injury report, I still like the Niners in this matchup. I only have a 2-point win in this one, though. 22-20 is my final score. When I'm looking at this one, it all comes down to that O-line. And Matthew Stafford, he's not just been under pressure, he's been under the bad kind of pressure. Like, we see number 70 on the screen here, Joe Noteboom, rather. He's not even playing anymore. He's out. They do get their center back, but this has been a really big problem. And I understand that Eric Armstead isn't playing, but that guy is right there. Nick Bosa, that doesn't look fun. So when I'm looking at this matchup, apart from like Cooper Kupp, I'm not even playing fantasy players in this one. I don't know what's going on.
Nobody.
No.
No Debo.
No, Debo's a big deal. No big is a deal. But I'm not on the Rams side, other than Cooper Kupp. Nope.
Interesting.
Nope.
I don't put it
Not
past
it.
the Rams to figure things out. They did just have their bye week. Yet I'm picking the 49ers too. I just can't trust Sean McVay in this matchup. Those regular season games mean something. It doesn't work for them. I think what they need to do for the Rams is go back to Stafford under center. Before the bye week, you saw him playing against the Panthers a little differently than they had played for most of the season. They've started to simplify things. I know that's a dirty word. That's what Aaron Rodgers started to say, but it was a little more of the Jared Goff Rams offense where it's play action and your back's to the defense and you simplify it for your offensive line too, and you get your center back, because the whole Stafford just figures it out when he's in shotgun. That's not working. He's not throwing the ball well, even when they are protected. I just trust the Rams have less talent. Like, it's weird to say that. You think of them as this crazy talented
Super
team.
Bowl.
I know, but
No, I know. I'm saying it's crazy to say that.
yeah, because I know they get Van Jefferson back, but defensively, offensively, I think the 49ers have more players ultimately, and they win.
They do, and getting Van Jefferson back, I think, is huge. When you come into the game in the season with Matt Stafford having that injury, I also think that's huge. And as you mentioned, Greg, rest helps. Doing high knees doesn't necessarily heal things, but taking
don't know
time
that.
off.
I like that
being
Aaron
away.
Rodgers and Russell Wilson both got shots in this game. They took shots at both of them. I
Everyone's
didn't do
catching
it.
strays right now.
Big target, big shots. They happen. But honestly, I am picking the Rams in this game.
Wow.
And the reason I am starting fantasy-wise Allen Robinson because the time off and the time away. Cynthia mentioned the loss of Joe Noteboom for the remainder of the season. I think perhaps things get pared down a little bit more where you're not trying to do all of the things that clearly Joe Noteboom was having trouble doing, health or not. This offense gets a little more simple. Things get back to the basics, and no Debo. I don't see. Looking back, he's got almost 700 yards in his career against this one team.
Wow.
I just have trouble imagining this team doing a whole lot of things considering the recent games that have been played between these two.
Well, it is officially a stray bond. You are going solo dolo. I have the 49ers as well, 24-21. Listen, I know things change and players change and everything, but the 49ers being 7-0 against the Rams in the regular season, you gotta kind of pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Like, I know that the two, Shanahan and McVay, they're like best buds. Shanahan's figured something out and like gotten in McVay's head that he just cannot figure it out in the regular season. I don't think that we should ignore that. I think that it's going to happen. And then Christian McCaffrey is added. I know last week we were expecting some big things from him. It didn't really happen. I hope that he snaps this week and puts up some points on the board. Speaking of, let's do the math. You like that little segue? Cynthia, Christian McCaffrey had a season-high 158 yards from scrimmage when he was with the Panthers earlier this season. Will he get into the end zone through the air and ground?
Both?
This week, pulling double duty.
Well, it did get better with no Deebo Samuel playing, the chances for both. I think one will happen. I mean, he's averaging 4.9 yards per rush outside the tackles. We know those outside runs are what Kyle Shanahan likes to cook up. That's a career high for Christian McCaffrey. I think one on the ground is really a really nice opportunity to happen, but I don't know about both.
I also love
Just a lot to ask.
Sean McVay was asked about, what do you think CMC getting added to the 49ers? They had to bleep his answer.
That's amazing.
They had to fully
They wanted
bleep
him.
Yeah, they wanted
his
him.
answer.
him.
No, I know.
And Seaback was like, no, I'm wearing my headband. San Francisco's the place.
It's amazing. I love it. Okay, well, some familiarity for McCaffrey against LA this week, and a familiar face back under center for New England for the whole game? Maybe?
The most popular man in New England, Bailey Zappi.
It is Zappy mania, isn't it?
He throws a low ball up, wide open Jacoby Myers, who makes a twisting diving catch. Touchdown, Patriots!
Throw, screen, Herbert to catch 20. There he goes, 10. Nobody's going to touch him. End zone, touchdown Bears!
So interesting.
Straight up embarrassing.
The fans knew they were losing that game, right? Okay, well, sorry, Bailey Zappi. It's Mac Jones on Sunday, actually, until it's not. Patriots have won 12 in a row against the Jets. Patrick, you were first. What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm thinking that it's not only just embarrassing, but it's like the people in Pompeii chanting for Mount Vesuvius, and then it just explodes, and then it all went horribly wrong.
That got dark.
Mac Jones clearly the choice, and that's a part of the reason because I do think Mac Jones has a bounce back game. But I'm looking at this Patriots defense, the way that they have made plays. Excluding this past Monday night, but they still even made plays against Justin Fields on Monday night, especially the rookie corner there got a pick six off of Aaron Rodgers. Just the way things have gone in the past few weeks for Zach Wilson, I don't see the Jets offense having enough to contend, even at home, even as well as they've been playing. I've got the Patriots here 23-21.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've got the Patriots winning almost the exact same score, 24-21, because they have the better quarterback. Patriots fans, what are we doing here? You're embarrassing yourself. Mac Jones did things last year. He was the number 12 ranked quarterback in the entire league, according to PFF. He made the Pro Bowl and did the gritty there. He was accurate. He went through his reads. You don't think the Jets would trade Zach Wilson for Mac Jones right now? This is the guy who has the higher ceiling. It's the guy who I think can do more to this Jets defense, even though they have a good pass rush and a great secondary. They have better weapons in New England this year than they did a year ago for Mac Jones, and I think he's the guy long term, and I think he's going to be the guy this week.
You're not attending Zappy Hour? That's
no, like what are we doing?
The name is fun to say.
I like Zappy Hour.
I like Zappy Hour.
Sports radio.
Points.
You don't have to do it.
Points for sure.
Well, I have the Jets winning, so
There we go.
That
Come
could
on.
happen.
21-20 is my final score. And whenever I can work in special teams, I'm going to work in special teams because the Jets have the best special teams in the National Football League. You heard that right. Usually you say that about the Patriots. Or
That bothers Bill Belichick.
you know what?
Ooh,
So
Doesn't bother me. That's why I'm bringing out best gunner duo, fourth best starting field position. Thanks, Braxton Berrios. You're crushing it. He has the highest yard return average. Like, this is an unsung hero of this Jets team. Yes, we don't have Breece Hall, which stinks, but it's going to be an interesting matchup because Sauce Gardner ain't gonna let your guy Mac Jones or your guy Zappy Hour do much. So
Zappy Hour.
You see how she goes with the royal we and then comes at me with.
I'm going with you because I'm on Team Handzus for this one.
feeling saucy.
Team Handzus for this.
I'm feeling saucy as well. Jets, 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 Jets. I'm going Jets 24-17.
big win.
New York teams in October right now are 11-0. I am not touching any other team right now. I'm going Jets. They're a fun team. They're on fire. Also, talk about Mac Jones. Do you think that he's still young and impressionable? They're yelling Zappy Hour at him. Do you think he's going to be stoked to go out
that's
and
why it's good
throw a few touchdowns?
They're in New York. I actually think it is a better thing they're away from Foxborough and those mean fans.
Those meanies. I am excited for Sunday. I'm getting in hair and makeup at Think 4 a.m.
Ooh, what are you going to be?
I can't tell you.
Oh.
It's a surprise.
Guys, by the way, Irv sitting down with Kirk Cousins
Is hilarious.
I mean,
I hope he kisses him.
It's just
Cannot wait.
I hope he
two
kisses
of the
him.
most electric personalities we've got.
Cannot wait. Kirk Cousins, who's taking on the Cardinals on Sunday. Greg, the Vikings are 3.5-point favorites. Can they hold off Arizona? What do you think?
I think they can. I have them winning 24-20. I was trying to think, like, what's special about this team? The only thing they're really great at is field position, but we can't make a video of field position. So I'm going to talk about their pass rush. Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter got it going right before their bye. Now, they were going up against a banged-up offensive line. I've been watching these two guys all year, kind of waiting for them to really break out. And it happened against Miami. Guess what? They're going up against a very banged-up offensive line this week, too. The Cardinals are down at least 3 starters, and their left tackle is also questionable for this game. And what Zadarius Smith showed against Miami is that he can beat up on your backups, and sometimes that's what the NFL is all about. Can you take advantage of a matchup when the other team doesn't have their best players? And that's the Cardinals' offensive line this week. I think the Vikings get it done because of their pass rush.
I'm with you on the Vikings getting it done. I also want to point out they have their best player. Justin Jefferson will be on the field. I have 27-23 in this matchup, a 4-point win. I love the opportunity. Justin Jefferson wants to be the best receiver in the league. He wants the best numbers. He wants the most touchdowns. I love it. We need to see him gritty. When you look at the matchup between pretty much any one of their corners, we love Budda Baker. We're going to put an asterisk there. But apart from him, it is a mismatch by big proportions when it comes to Justin Jefferson versus the rest of them. So I expect him to reach the end zone. What are you looking at there?
Same score.
Same.
You know it's going to be right now.
We're twins.
Patrick, what do you like?
Osmosis. I also have the Minnesota Vikings. I do not have the same score as you guys. It's 29-27.
Higher
I
scoring.
can't, because I like points. I like points, and I think we get a score fest here, mainly because I see the run game of the Minnesota Vikings and their progression this season. Even though they are playing a top 10 rushing defense in the Arizona Cardinals, I love the opportunity to have Dalvin Cook coming off of a bye. He dealt with a shoulder injury earlier in the season. Cynthia already mentioned Justin Jefferson. Of course, that's going to be the focus. too much focus on Justin Jefferson. Leaves some opportunity for Dalvin Cook in the run game. I love this matchup.
I am taking the Vikings as well across the board. I have a closer game like Patrick, 27-26. I feel like this has the vibes of something weird could happen. We actually saw like a pulse from the Cardinals. Oh, we saw a pulse. Take a look at this moment. Oh my God, we even had to blur out the mouth.
Twice.
In the meeting this morning, I was like, is that tired? Should we show this again? And Patrick was like, I will watch this for the rest of my life. I love this moment. They had a little bit of a pulse. They put some points up on the board. I can see, I'm not ready to trust them. I feel like they've been a mess otherwise this season, but D-Hop is back. Kyler Murray's got
It's certainly not messy when he's yelling at his coach. I mean,
You said your gut feeling was like we could get in trouble here. Meme alert.
This is one where we could.
I want to change my pick now.
I think it could be weird.
You should
Watching
change
Kyler
it.
yell.
You want to? You want to?
Do it.
Change it.
I'll change it.
Let's
I'll change it. Flip the score.
Chaos.
27-29.
Oh, I love that. Chaotic, just like the Cardinals. Oh, that's
love
exciting.
I love it. Un-meme alert.
Okay, not a meme alert anymore. There you go, Cardinals fans. You can take Patrick.
Why'd you let me do that?
Peer pressure is awesome.
Okay,
Perfect.
exclusive shot here of Russell Wilson before spending
Exclusive.
4 hours annoying all of his teammates on a transatlantic flight. You know, do high knees on an airplane next to me while I'm sleeping? You are spending the rest of the flight in an overhead bin. That's what's going to happen to you. Not a threat, just facts. I am way stronger than I look. Greg, don't try. Greg, don't try me, okay? What do you like in
I
this
would
game,
like
Broncos
to see you
Jags?
try to put me in the overhead, but I think
No
it's possible.
problem.
I think it's possible.
I can lift 20 pounds, no problem.
I'm picking. I wish. Picking the Jags here. I have it 15-12, which just feels like a London game type of score. I hope that's not the case. The London Jaguars fans is a real thing.
Oh,
I actually
it's
have
real.
18-15. So it's all field goals either way. And I think Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne are getting it going with their. What's going on over there? What happened?
What?
What did I do?
Share with the class, teacher.
The score is objectively funny.
Yeah, 18-15.
Just because you were like, it's like 15 to 12 before.
There's always a lot of field goals in London. Don't test my facts. And you get a lot of field goals when you have a good running game that can't quite finish it off. That's what the Jaguars are right now. They're so close. Their RPO game with Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence is starting to get going. And I think you can run the ball on the Broncos. It's a really good defense, but it's easier to run on them than it is to pass on them. And you're using Trevor Lawrence's athleticism and his movement skills. I think it's why they felt comfortable trading James Robinson, because it's all about the RPO. It's all about Etienne. Maybe Trevor Lawrence, even if he's not going to be the guy we thought he's going to be, maybe he could be a bigger, more athletic Tua. That would be good enough. That would be fun. Just be a little more accurate.
Okay, well, I have 21-19 in favor of the Jags in this one. I want to talk about Travis Etienne because he has 116, and that number means rushing yards over expected against a light box. So, you know what's been going on with light boxes? That's what Austin Eckler had success with. That's what Breece Hall had success. Like, there's a lot of examples of where the Broncos have been giving a light box to opposing running backs, and they just make the most of it. So Etienne, there's no James Robinson to share the load. You really want to play him in all formats. It's like a really fun daily fantasy pick as well. So that's the difference maker for me. And I don't care if Russell's back. We've seen that he's not 100% or whatever.
Mr. Limited.
Doesn't matter.
I was laughing mainly at Greg's score because my score is also objectively funny because I have the Broncos winning this 17-16. I look back at Jerry Jeudy's last 3 games. He had 7 targets, 8 targets, and then 11 targets. They are force-feeding Jerry Jeudy, and simply based on the odds, I think Jerry Jeudy catches a long touchdown from Russell Wilson or from
Brett Rippon.
Yeah, Brett Rippon. He's
It's
ripping
got to be Russ.
either way.
Unless he gets hurt.
One way or the other, it's just too difficult. I want to pick the Jags here, but Trevor Lawrence has missed so many throws in the past couple of weeks. I've been burned in picking them, and Patrick Surtain is going to make him pay for one of those.
I am going Broncos as well, 17-14. The Broncos defense has only allowed 7 touchdowns, which is the fewest in the NFL. No other team with a losing record has fewer than 13. This Broncos defense is just hanging on for dear life, and Russell Wilson just needs to do something. Cynthia made a genius point this week. I think that Russ is starting to play in to all of this chaos going on the outside.
He's messing with us.
He knows that people are going to go all in. And in fact, other teams are starting to buy in. Look at this video from Justin Tucker. Roll it.
Let's talk this a little bit, J-Tuck.
mean, what do you want to know? What are we doing on the plane ride back home? I heard Lamar's leading us in high knees. Ravens flock, let's fly.
Unlimited.
Like, everyone's just piling on, and he's gonna flip a switch, I think, maybe.